Ladies and gents, welcome to this episode of Pepp-Talk, a series designed to talk about everything and anything. And today, I want to talk about something a little unusual from my standardized content and what I traditionally make. And that is something I feel somewhat uncomfortable talking about, to be completely honest, because it's something I tend to avoid. And if you guys have been subscribed to me for a long time, and especially if you've watched my live streams, you'll be really aware that I dislike making the theme of this video a centralized topic, and that is essentially money. I don't like to make money a topic when it comes to producing content and live streaming or any of the related things to what I do here. Mainly because I don't want to make my channel about money. Like, I don't want the whole reason why I'm doing this to be about money. And when you talk about it, it can give a false impression of what viewers who never came to your channel before, aren't familiar with who you are, and then they see the video and they hear you talking about it. It can almost give them a false perspective of why you're doing it, like what you're in it for, because there are a lot of people out there who obviously are in this for the money. And I really don't want that to be what people think when they come to my channel. But recently, I started thinking about the idea of crowdfunding and how it can be very, very inexpensive for people out there who are willing to support me. I mean, very, very inexpensive, that it's almost utterly insignificant. However, it can be it can make a significant difference to me as a content creator. And it sounds almost selfish, like, you know, trading insignificance for you for significance for me. That sounds, yeah, it kind of sounds selfish, but the trade-off here is that it can really, really help me as a content creator to build my channel more so. And this kind of, the reason why I even started thinking about this in the first place is because recently YouTube announced YouTube Red, which is a subscription-based service that basically gets rid of all the ads, and you pay $10 a month for it, and a portion of the money you pay to YouTube, so that subscription, I think it's like 55% or something like that, so about a little bit more than half, gets distributed across all the channels and videos you watch through minutes watched. So if you, let's say you're an individual who is a YouTube Red subscriber, you know, you're subscribed to that pay model, and you watch only 2 channels on YouTube, let's just say hypothetically, that 55% would be divided based on the minutes watched per channel's videos. So if you watch a certain channel more than the other, they're going to take more of a cut from the subscription that you're paying. So you don't have to watch ads anymore, and you get to support the channels and content creators you enjoy. Now, I'm not saying go out there and pay $10 a month for a YouTube subscription. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm thinking is more along the lines of Patreon. Something like that, a donation crowdfunding system that could potentially alleviate a lot of the expenses that goes into my channel. Because, contrary to popular belief, running a channel is actually kind of expensive. It's time consuming and it's expensive. Most people aren't aware of that. If I actually told you the amount of money I spent on my channel just to bring you guys the content that I have so far, it would probably surprise the vast majority of you. It's up there. It's like 4 digits and beyond kind of up there. The amount of money I spent. And that's not your problem at all, right? That's not your fault. That is not an issue that, you know, that is yours to hold at all, because I did it for the love of it. I did it personally because I enjoy making content. If I want to continue to produce content, I obviously gotta maintain, acquire hardware and software, etc. to be able to make the content I want to make. And that costs money, obviously, right? Nothing's free in this world, unfortunately. You wish everything could be free. I mean, I'm in Canada, so healthcare is free. That's kind of great, but I mean, that doesn't really directly relate to me being able to live and or play games and make videos. But recently, I have actually been fortunate enough to get my hands on review copies for games. because apparently I built enough status to be able to ask and receive free games. So that has relieved a lot of the cost. And just to give you an example, the last 3 games I was given to review, like the review copies I was given, saved me $180. So the vast majority of the videos I released lately, and obviously you can probably determine which games they are, if I would have paid for them individually, it would have cost me $180 to be able to bring you those videos. That's just an example, okay? Like, I'm not trying to make it like a guilt trip thing. I'm not trying to be like, see, it cost me so much money. Give me all of yours. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to shed some light on what it actually is like to be a content creator. Like, when you want to produce high quality content, cover things as much as possible for the viewers that you have. So that's just an example. $180 I managed to save, and I'm very grateful that to the developers who actually gave me those review copies. And ever since then, I've been actually able to contact more developers and have potential review copies in the future still. So that's alleviating a lot of the cost. So I'm actually able to acquire these games, talk about them a lot, play them, experience them without really having a negative effect on me personally, other than being able to experience the game and waste my time on them and talk about them. That doesn't make me biased towards the games at all. I speak I speak full truth. You guys know that. I'm a very honest and straight up individual when it comes to talking about game mechanics and the fundamentals of it, and whether or not it's good or bad, and if it has potential and all that kind of stuff, or whatever. Most of you guys that follow my channel are well aware of this. But anyway, to get to the main point of what I'm trying to cover here, I thought about potentially setting up a Patreon account, like a place that individuals, like all you guys who watch my content, those of you who are willing to, because I don't want you to feel obligated in any way. I don't want you to go there going, sitting there thinking like, oh man, this guy wants money, like, to help him out, and I watch his videos, and like maybe I can give him some. Like, I'm not trying to make it seem like that. This is purely optional. And in fact, I'm actually asking you guys whether or not this is something that you are willing to support, whether or not, even if you're not going to pay money. I mean, if it's something you think is generally a decent idea, because I'm really unsure about it. Honestly, I'm sitting on the fence, and I really do not know, because I don't want to give the wrong impression. I don't want people sitting there thinking like something else, like I was saying earlier, like completely. But I don't know. I feel when I talk about money, it just, like I said, it feels like this greedy kind of, give me your money so I can live and do this all the time. But that's not what it's about at all. This is just about alleviating some of the costs towards my channel and beyond, if it ever grows to that point. Because as an example, which is crazy, because right now ad revenue on YouTube well, let's be honest here, ad revenue is, especially how a lot of people use ad block, it's not really a practical means of making money. And in fact, Total Biscuit was talking about this recently. If you guys watch him, I'm sure most of you do. Total Biscuit's a person I thoroughly enjoy. I watch his videos quite a bit. He's one of, I could say, my inspirations. And the fact that he actually got me out of a rut. All of you guys who are new that don't know this, Total Biscuit actually liked a video of mine a long time ago, about 2 or 3 years ago, back when Chivalry was released. And as a result, he got me out of a rut. I was sitting at 250 subscribers for about 2 years. Because of him, my channel grew over 1,000 subs in less than a week. It was insane. So I was incredibly thankful for that. But anyway, moving on. He discussed how smaller channels can benefit greatly, more so from going the Patreon's, subscription kind of route. Not really, but donation route. Like, where for a small amount, like $1 per subscriber. So let's say you have a viewer who's willing to give you $1 a month. You have enough of them doing that can actually translate to a decent amount of money. Now, in my case, let's just say I have, 4,800 subscribers, around that. If every single one of my subscribers gave me $1 a month, which is utterly insignificant to you, like, it's just $1, right? You think, I'm not trying to sell you on the concept, it's just $1, man, give it to me. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very low amount. Like, I would gladly give $1 to somebody I thoroughly enjoyed and supported. if you have an income, first of all, don't do it if you don't make money. Like, I'm just saying, you know. But $1, you know, you can find $1 on the street. Oh, I'm gonna give it to my, whatever. I'm trying to sell this. It sounds kind of bad, but for $1, if every single one of my subscribers gave me, that'd be $4,800 a month. And if that happened, I'm not saying like whatever. I'm just trying to say, like, if that, first of all, that fucking happened, I would cease living life altogether, and this would be all I would focus on, 100%. I'd be live streaming every fucking day. I'd be making videos every day. I'd be going nuts. I'd be like trying to bring you guys solid content to make up for the generosity of all of you, because that would be insane. But the point I'm making is that ad revenue per 1,000 views, which everyone knows is CPM, well, maybe not everyone knows that, but the way ad revenue works, it's not quite the same way. It's far more effective for someone to just donate $1, and then you have the vast majority of your subscriber base, or even a small amount, donating. Like, if 100 of my subscribers gave $1 each, that's $100 a month. It's just to kind of shed light on how that can really assist me in the long run. It's not like I'm asking to be rich, you know. I'm not saying, come on, give me all the money in the world so I can do this full time. That's not what I want this to be about. I'm just saying that it can really alleviate the cost, like I said before. I'm kind of repeating myself, but this is why I'm unsure. This is why I'm on the fence. I don't really know how you guys are going to take this video, honestly. I don't know if you're going to sit there going, what the fuck? My entire perspective of PepperBelly is completely changed. This guy seems like a greedy dick. Or he's trying to be like shady deals and trying to like coax money out of us. But I just want you to realize that it can help. That's it. It can help. I might not do this. I might do it. It depends on what you guys personally think. Because Patreon obviously has this like a particular system in place. So you become a patron of a page, and that you choose however much you want. So it could be $1, it can be $100. You choose whatever the hell you feel like donating every single month. And you don't have to donate every month. You can, you know, give $1 for a month, and you become a Patreon, or a patron, sorry, and then you can just take away your patronage immediately afterwards. So you're just donating the $1. But if you want to be on that monthly recurring subscription, you can do that. It's kind of like subscribing on Twitch. It's the exact same idea. The only difference is that there's an actual platform in place in which I reward you for things. So if I meet goals, I reward you, and honestly, that's the problem I have. I don't know how I would reward you. I really don't. Because I'm trying to think of, like, if I made a decent amount of money, like let's say I got $50 per month, I gotta figure out a way to reward you all without it costing $50. Which, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of asking you guys, like, what would you think would be a worthy reward? Like, the first thing that comes to mind, I guess, would be like, the vast majority of you guys don't know what I look like. You don't know who I am as a person. A reveal, you know, like I sit down and do like a vlog or something. I just I record a message, and you guys like make it a little bit more personal and show you guys who I am. That's like one, and only the guys who obviously would subscribe would see that, because it'd be like a patron exclusive kind of reward. But I mean, like, that's all I can really think of. And then after that, it's kind of pointless, because I'm not going to be doing that every single month. Like, oh yeah, we met my goal. Here's my face again. So like, I don't really know how I would go about it. This is why I'm kind of consulting you guys. Like, what do you think in the grand scheme of things? Because, like I've said countless times throughout this video, I'm unsure. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if this is the right move for my channel. I don't know how you guys are going to take it. I don't know whether or not I should do this. I don't know. So I'm kind of hoping you guys can help me out here and tell me what I should do. Like, whether or not this is a decent idea, what you think. And pretty much all the money I would make would be going back into my channel. So, games that I can't get review copies for example, it would help pay for that. Recording software, you know. Unfortunately, the one I use mainly has gone to shit. Which is, again, not your fault, and you shouldn't have to pay for that. I use other programs. But I mean, the main recording software I would use for live commentaries has effectively, I've been talking on their forums. It's Mirrorless Action. I'm just gonna say it. Mirrorless Action, like, so the container that the MP4 is wrapped in doesn't function properly. It's essentially broken. So when you import it into Sony Vegas, congratulations, everything, like the video doesn't show up. That's a problem. That's a huge problem, because I can't edit videos anymore. Like, recording is essentially useless because there is no video track. So I have to use an alternative. Right now I'm using Bandicam. which is almost exactly like mirrorless action. So, I mean, it's not really a big issue. But, I mean, obviously I have to go and spend money on that too. So, I mean, it's just little things like that. So, again, tell me what your thoughts are, guys, because I really don't know. I feel guilty making this video, and I really don't know what to say now, because I feel like I've exhausted my entire thought process. But the idea that I can potentially make a decent amount per month given smaller donations from you guys. So, like, I wouldn't advise giving me a shit ton of money. I'm not saying you guys go out there and be like, oh, I like your videos a lot. If you do, and then you give me like $50 a month, like, I'm not saying, like, I mean, I'd rather you guys, honestly, the maximum would be like $2. I don't want, like, this to be I want it to be so insignificant on your bank statement that it's like you drop change on the sidewalk, like, and you just, oh, whoops, I dropped it, but I'm too lazy to pick it up, kind of thing. I would rather it be something like that than actually something more important. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. I'll be answering all of your comments, and maybe we can figure something out. And I'll come up with a follow-up video, whether or not I'm going to go through with it or not, depending on your comments, etc. Anyway, my name's PepperBelly. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you guys on the next one.